My name is Mbuso. I was born in KZN, in Kandla, and then I did my primary there, and then after that, I came to Joburg, and then I did the rest of my high school there. Uh, when I came here, I was introduced in the film industry. I did a lot of stuff. I was an extra. I did Hotel Rwanda, Drum, Invictus, all those great films. So during those days, I really fell in love with the game, and then I knew that there's something that I really wanted to do in life. I was about to turn 20 when I finished school, so I really felt like I was a man. I had to face the world alone, so I moved out. It was really tough for me. I remember I used to go house to house, selling clothes. And then after that, that business really wasn't doing anything for me. So I got a job as a petrol attendant. I worked for 2 years, and then that was it. And then after that, I didn't want to go back again and be a petrol attendant because, I didn't like the job. It wasn't just for me. I'm not saying people should not be petrol attendants, but for me, I've always aimed high.
Number 5.
In 2011, I didn't want to go back again and be a petrol attendant because so many things were really happening. Because what I didn't like about the job when I was working at BP is the fact that there was racism. There's also, people who look down upon you, especially black people who assume that because you're working as a petrol attendant, that means you ran away from school. So those things were really frustrating me in that way. And then when I went to Parker's Shell, the same thing happened, So I was really upset with myself, but I really took out the frustration to God, and God answered me. Now I'm a film student. As a petrol attendant, I would pump people's tires more than they should be, put in oil even if it's not needed, say the oil is fine if when it's needed. I really feel bad about those things because nobody actually forced me out. It was not jail. Nobody forced me to work there. So I really feel bad about that, because I'm a driver myself. So when I pump tires more than they should be, I'll actually think that, oh my word, something could happen at night. Sometimes I could not sleep well knowing that someone would ask me to put 2 bars of pressure in their tire, and I put 400. Ross, for me, is one of those people, who don't want to see other people progressing in life. When I was working at Shell, he always was looking forward to deduct money, some performance bonus. You perform very well because I was really good in terms of making money. I used to pump 60,000 liters a month, but if I do one thing, I would lose the whole performance bonus.
Where I think Umbuso and I bashed heads, if I can call it that, is when a person starts working, they are hungry for a job, but I think when they start earning and realizing that they can earn quite a bit of money, their attitude seems to change.
You're in a situation where you have nobody to turn to. You have customers who swear at you every day, and then you go to the boss and report the stuff, but they really don't care. I'm a human being. I'm one of those people who actually don't keep quiet if I'm being taken advantage of. I've always believed in saying when there's something that I'm not happy about. I always talk. I don't keep quiet. So I had a challenge with that because now and then I signed warnings for speaking my mind, and it's something that I will never stop doing, speaking my mind, which is something that I took it from the likes of Steve Biko, and I am the Steve Biko of our generation.
At times brutally honest, where I had very hard and heart-to-heart talks with Mbusa, that if he wants to carry on working, he needs to have a good look at himself in the mirror. It's hard out there. You've got a good job that pays relatively well.
For me, if anyone says the money is good, it's very sad, because you're getting paid under 3,000 Rand a month. What are you gonna do with that? The way people make fun of other people's situations.
We are mystery shopped. If a attendant fails that mystery shop, he is deemed as not doing his job, as per the job description of a petrol attendant, and disciplinary action is taken.
I did not pass even one mystery customer, simply because I didn't care, because I knew nobody cared about me. So the only thing I cared about was actually money. I don't care about passing your mystery shopper if you don't care about me as a human being. One of the customers called me a monkey. I was really offended. Of course I know I'm not a monkey, but I was very angry because it was one of those situations where you think of the apartheid. I challenge other young black people out there to actually chase their dreams, because that's something we really need to do. We need to prove ourselves that we're not monkeys. We're God's people. God loves us. I'm still angry with Ross. I don't believe in keeping grudges, but I think it would be a very good idea if I go to him and actually tell him how I feel. I think in that way I will heal. Nangempela ngakhomba itekisi ngalibangisa eParkest ukuthi ngiyobonana nomfoko Morgan. Ngaqoka imbala yami yakashell ukuthi azange asoli lutho. The reason why I behave the way I behave as it was actually had nothing to do with my personality, but with a lot of things, I always wanted to study film. I've never imagined myself being a petrol attendant in my life. So that actually contributed a lot, in terms of the anger that I had, And then the other thing is that there's a time that I felt that you didn't care for us as human beings in a way, or as people, because there's a time where I reported to you that there's a woman who called me a monkey, a white woman, and you said if it happens next time, I must call you, and I was just thinking that if it was me that who insulted a customer, you would check the camera and find out what exactly happened, but you didn't do that. So for me, I was really worried to be the part of that organization where I feel like I'm not important, and then the other thing, when it was very sad for all of us when Stephen passed away. You guys actually didn't organize the transport so that we could attend.
You talk absolute rubbish.
The
I paid
funeral.
for Stephen's funeral. Rubbish. I'm not sitting through you subjecting me to this, Mbusa.
And also,
it's absolute rubbish. I went to Stephen. No, you mustn't talk rubbish. You mustn't talk rubbish because you don't know what you're talking about.
Ross didn't have much to say, except that I'm talking rubbish. I'm no longer angry with him because I told him how I felt about the whole experience. And I'm no longer angry with myself because I'm living my dream.
Hey yo, we're striving to succeed no matter what happens. We're king of the making, we're reap for the taking. Internet brings the option I'm taking. With stars in the darkness, we shine with the bright. We never gonna give up or walk like a soldier. Talk like a preacher, I speak for the hopeless. With dreams that are broken, I'm a believer. In the spirit to conquer, we're bad to prosper. I'm chasing a dream. I'm never gonna stop in the path that they chose. The passion I'm having, the pictures of sleeping. Hey yo, we're dreamers, hustlers, warriors, breadwinners. Hey yo, what about you? I wasn't happy, I'm a total.